In Austin, I'm Mark Mullins. Democrats continue to push against an effort to redraw congressional districts. Many Texas House Democrats are still out of the state. The Senate Redistricting Committee held a hearing to discuss the proposed map. Senate Bill 4 is the same map as what the House proposed. It would significantly change districts in Austin, Houston, North Texas, and the Rio Grande Valley. Committee Chair State Senator Phil King says the committee invited all 12 Texas Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives to testify, and almost all of them did not respond.
I had presumed, based on their earlier testimony, that if they have any concerns over legality regarding this map, that they would come today and provide testimony regarding their concerns.
One Democrat who was there, State Senator Juan Hinojosa, pushed back on Senator King, noting a number of lawmakers testified during the committee's virtual hearings.
And yes, they didn't have a map in front of them, but as it relates to their concerns and as it relates to redistricting, they were pretty expressive of their main concerns with the proposed redistricting.
The committee plans to hear testimony from the public about this proposed map on Thursday. A North Austin community is calling for change after a beloved faith leader was hit and killed while walking near his mosque. Last month, Imam Islam Mossad was struck by a car while walking along North Lamar Boulevard. This happened in the North Austin Muslim Community Center area, where he served as a spiritual leader. Members of the mosque say many of them walk there for daily prayers, but they've had problems with a lack of sidewalks, a lack of pedestrian crossings and lighting in that area. They say for years they've asked for change, but they didn't see any improvements.
So this long-standing concern has sadly turned into heartbreak with the tragic loss of Imam Islam Mossad.
City council members joined Muslim leaders to announce plans for a pedestrian crossing beacon set to be installed by the end of the year. City officials also say they're looking at long-term improvements. Well, some homeowners in a South Austin neighborhood say an ongoing project is creating parking issues. Crews are working along West Ditmar Road from Machanka Road to Loganberry Drive. KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez talked with neighbors about why this is giving them a headache.
Along West Ditmar Road in South Austin, crews are working on final improvements to make this street safer. It's a city project that kicked off last year after officials with Transportation and Public Works said speeding became a major issue. But the changes are causing a speed bump for some.
And I knew they were obviously going to repaint the bike lanes, but I didn't realize that they were taking away 50 feet of parking in front of my house.
Robert R. lives in this duplex on West Ditmar Road and owns the one next door, which he rents and sublets.
R says the bike lanes in front of his house used to look like this. But after this island was placed, it caused the bike lanes to shift, removing the parking from R and his tenants.
Sometimes we have to park 4 doors down. So it's kind of a pain when you're disabled.
Another issue, getting mail.
Sometimes they'll deliver it for us. Other times they don't. It's kind of one of those deals where you give the mailman some cookies and he'll help you out. But a lot of times they won't deliver it.
City transportation officials say when adding extra protection to current bike lanes, pedestrian islands, and improving sidewalks, there are sometimes disadvantages.
Unfortunately, with street projects, we do have to kind of think about these as a public street that is for everyone, and there are going to be some trade-offs.
However, the department encourages anyone with concerns to reach out.
There can be things we can do to modify. A sign that might be in a problematic place could be adjusted potentially, where the street space does allow for adjustments.
So while work is set to wrap up by the end of the month, R hopes the city can give him a solution to his problem. In South Austin, Kelsey Sanchez, KVUE News.
Tesla shareholders are taking Elon Musk to court, accusing him of lying about the company's driverless taxi service. Shareholders filed a class action lawsuit in federal court here in Austin. They accuse Musk and Tesla's current and former CFOs of making false and misleading statements about how effective the company's driverless car technology was and how safe they could be. Tesla launched its robo-taxi service in Austin on June 22nd of this year. The suit argues that Musk's alleged lies, coupled with reports of the robo-taxi speeding and violating traffic laws, led to a drop in Tesla's stock price. The defendants won a jury trial. They are seeking to get back the money they lost from falling stock prices. A warning from Williamson County after a mosquito trap tested positive for West Nile virus. County officials say the infected mosquitoes were found near Divine Lake Park in Leander. This comes just weeks after the county reported its first human case of the West Nile this year. In that case, the patient was in their 40s and lives in southern Williamson County. An Austin woman who won an $83 million lottery jackpot has now received her winnings. It comes after a nearly 6-month dispute with the State Lottery Commission. Her prize was withheld during an investigation into lottery courier services, which have since been banned in Texas. Now her lawyer claims she was used as a political pawn. Brianna Perez explains.
What should have been a life-changing celebration in her life, winning the Texas lottery, turned out to be a stress-filled, painful ordeal.
Randy Howie, attorney for lottery winner Kristen Moriarty, says after months of disputes with the Texas Lottery Commission, his client is now getting what she's owed.
We're happy to report that the monies have been paid. Ms. Moriarty has received her funds, albeit, again, with much emotional and financial distress.
According to the Lottery Commission, the agency reached a settlement with Moriarty. Because she chose the cash option when she bought the ticket, Moriarty is getting a lump sum payment of about $45 million before taxes. Kirsten bought her winning ticket through a third-party courier on an app on her phone. That ticket was sold and printed here at Winter's Corner in North Austin, but due to investigations into courier services, she had to wait nearly 6 months to see her winnings.
The very next day, February 18th, Dan Patrick shows up at Winter's Corner with a camera in hand saying, "We got a problem here." Another winning ticket was purchased via an app.
Howie says Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick came into this regular legislative session with an agenda to get rid of the Texas lottery. He says at the time of buying her ticket, Moriarty did nothing wrong by using a courier. So she was caught in the middle of a political fight, and he says it was important to hold state leaders accountable.
You can't treat people this way. The Constitution says that the laws work for the people, by the people, with the people. And in this case, I'm happy to announce that the people won.
This is among the final payouts the Texas Lottery Commission will handle before it is terminated on September 1st. Reporting in Austin, Brianna Perez, KVUE News.
And those are the headlines in Austin. I'm Mark Mullins.